Imagine a room, not painted, not wallpapered, but lined with over 6 tons of pure amber, gold, and priceless gems. An entire chamber that glowed like the sun. A room so magnificent it was called the eighth wonder of the world. Then, in the chaos of World War II, it vanished. Stolen by the Nazis, this treasure, with high-end estimates valuing it at over $500 million today, was packed into crates and never seen again. Join us on the hunt for the lost Amber Room as we follow a trail of clues from secret Nazi bunkers to the depths of the Baltic Sea.
Please do well to like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't, as an encouragement for more of this kind of content.
The Golden Age. Before it became the world's most sought-after lost treasure, the Amber Room was a stunning masterpiece of Baroque art and a symbol of peace. Its story doesn't start in Russia, but in Prussia, way back in the early 18th century. It was dreamed up for the Charlottenburg Palace in Berlin, the brainchild of German sculptor Andreas Schlüter and Danish amber craftsman Gottfried Wolfram. For years they worked, assembling these incredibly detailed panels of amber, backed with gold leaf and mirrors designed to catch and amplify the warm glow of candlelight. All told, more than 6 tons of precious amber, the fossilized resin known as the gold of the Baltic, went into its construction. In 1716, the story took a sharp turn. Russia's Tsar, Peter the Great, was visiting Prussia. The Prussian king, Frederick William I, wanted to cement an alliance against their common enemy, Sweden, so he offered the still unfinished room as a truly incredible diplomatic gift. The Tsar, who had a passion for European art, was blown away. The priceless room was carefully disassembled, packed into 18 huge boxes, and hauled by cart all the way to St. Petersburg. For decades, it was Russia's crown jewel. It was first installed in the Winter Palace, but in 1755, it was moved to the Grand Palace Catherine just outside the city. There, it was expanded and made even more spectacular. It eventually covered 55 square meters, nearly 600 square feet, a dazzling display of wealth and imperial power that left visitors speechless. For nearly 200 years, the Amber Room stood as a monument to European artistry. But the peace it once symbolized was about to be obliterated by the greatest conflict the world had ever seen. And this golden chamber was about to be caught in the storm. The darkness of war. In June 1941, Hitler unleashed Operation Barbarossa, the massive invasion of the Soviet Union. As German troops barreled toward Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, the cultural treasures of the Tsars were in mortal danger. Curators at the Catherine Palace scrambled to evacuate priceless artifacts, but the Amber Room was a unique and terrible problem. After 200 years, the amber panels had become extremely dry and brittle. When workers tried to take them down, the fragile amber started to crumble. In a desperate last-ditch gamble, the curators made a fateful choice. They tried to hide the room in plain sight. They covered the magnificent gilded walls with boring, everyday wallpaper, hoping the German soldiers would just walk right past it. The trick didn't work. The Nazi soldiers, who had very specific orders to seize great works of art, weren't fooled for a second. Within 36 hours of capturing the palace, they uncovered the treasure hiding under the paper. The Amber Room, which Hitler considered a German creation that belonged to the Reich, was coming home. Nazi art theft units meticulously dismantled the entire chamber, packing every last panel, mirror, and gemstone into 27 sturdy crates. They were loaded onto a train and shipped west to the German city of Königsberg, now the Russian city of Kaliningrad. There, in Königsberg Castle, the room was reassembled and put on display, a spoil of war proudly shown off by the city's museum director, Alfred Rode. For 2 years, it stood there as a symbol of Nazi plunder, But as the tide of war turned against Germany, the Allies started closing in. In late 1943, with bombing raids becoming a serious threat, Rode was ordered to dismantle the Amber Room once more and crate it away for safekeeping. The 27 crates were moved into the castle's deep cellars to await transport. It was the last time the Amber Room was ever seen in one piece. The disappearance. The end of the war in Europe was pure chaos. In August 1944, the British Royal Air Force unleashed a devastating firebombing on Königsberg, leaving the historic city and its castle in ruins. A few months later, in April 1945, the advancing Soviet Red Army shelled what was left of the city before its final surrender. In the aftermath, the trail of the Amber Room went cold. The 27 crates that were stored in the castle's basement were gone. Were they moved before the bombing, or were they simply incinerated in the fires that consumed the castle? This is the question that has launched an 80-year-long treasure hunt, filled with countless theories and tantalizing clues. The most widely accepted theory is also the most tragic. The room was just destroyed. An official Russian report after the war concluded the amber panels were likely consumed by the fires that gutted Königsberg Castle. This theory gained weight because investigators found charred fragments of some of the room's furniture in the cellar. In 1968, the Soviet government demolished what was left of the castle, making any further on-site investigation nearly impossible. But for treasure hunters, the story doesn't end there. The lack of absolute proof of its destruction has left the door open wide for other ideas. Eyewitness accounts from those final, frantic days of the war are contradictory and shrouded in mystery. Some claim to see crates being loaded onto a ship, while others whispered of a secret train. The chaos of a collapsing empire became the perfect cover for one of the greatest vanishing acts in history: the modern-day treasure hunt. For 80 years, the hunt for the Amber Room has obsessed historians, adventurers, and conspiracy theorists, leading them down a maze of compelling yet unproven theories. One of the most popular theories is that the crates were loaded onto a ship during Operation Hannibal, a massive sea evacuation of Germans from East Prussia in early 1945. A prime suspect is the steamship Karlsruhe, which left Königsberg in a rush with a heavy, mysterious cargo and was sunk by Soviet warplanes in the Baltic Sea. In 2020, Polish divers located the wreck of the Karlsruhe and reported it was practically intact, with military vehicles, porcelain, and numerous crates in its holds, reigniting hope. However, a follow-up expedition in 2021 brought disappointment. The divers were able to inspect the crates and found they contained military equipment and personal belongings, not the lost chamber. Another set of theories points inland to a network of secret Nazi bunkers. For years, explorers have searched for a rumored Nazi gold train and other treasures hidden in underground complexes in Poland. This theory got a major boost in the summer of 2025. Polish authorities gave permission for a new search at a former SS training ground in Diemini, Poland, after researchers using ground-penetrating radar found a large, man-made anomaly underground. The head of the initiative, Jan Delingowitz, has spent a decade chasing a story from a prisoner who claimed a high-ranking Nazi revealed the hiding spot. While officials remain skeptical, the dig is underway, fueling intense excitement. And then there are the stranger stories. Some believe the room never left Kaliningrad and is still buried in a secret vault beneath the city. There's even talk of an Amber Room curse, claiming that people connected to its search have met untimely deaths. But the most intriguing clue came in 1997, when German police recovered one of the room's original stone mosaics from the son of a German soldier. The man claimed his father stole it during the war. The fact that a piece of the room survived and resurfaced decades later keeps the hope alive that more of it, maybe even all of it, is still out there, waiting to be found. The enduring mystery. While the hunt for the original goes on, the legacy of the Amber Room has been reborn. In 1979, the Soviet government began a massive project, the complete reconstruction of the Amber Room in the Catherine Palace, using 86 black and white photographs and a precious few color images as their guide. Russian artisans spent 23 years painstakingly recreating the lost masterpiece. In 2003, the new Amber Room was unveiled, a stunning tribute to cultural resilience and a symbol of cooperation between Russia and Germany. And yet, the fate of the original remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. Was it smashed by bombs and burned to ash in the final days of World War II? Is it lying in decaying crates at the bottom of the Baltic Sea? Or is it hidden deep underground in a secret bunker in the forests of Poland? 80 years later, the trail hasn't gone completely cold. New technology and persistent researchers continue to turn up new leads. From radar anomalies in Poland to newly discovered shipwrecks, the hunt is very much alive.